show stop it. We show stop it. We show stop it. We show stop it. That's how we keep it poppin'. Make sure that bass knockin'. So people see us riding. We call it show stop it. We sitting on 22 plus. Big bucket seats, neon. Calico alternate with them shoes. Yeah, we divas, but we ride like big boys do. Black glitter with a white stripe. And I stay looking in the mirror at my bad boy fitted up. Show stop until they lose their breath. Turn the wheel to the right, turn the wheel to the left. We in the car, we ride slow. We doing things that the girls don't do. The boys say,
hey guys,
we are back.
T-Go in here.
Tisha Campbell
and Laura Z. Sorry guys, we was talking about jokes before we even started this
episode.
Like
it was just,
way too much. Way too much.
It got a little heated, y'all. The flames was up.
It was definitely up. But anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed our episode number 4. Like, what did you guys think? Please
leave your comments.
Leave your comments under our Instagram photos.
Subscribe, share.
Remember what I said? Tell your aunties, cousins, sisters, brother.
Yeah.
Tell them all. Tell the little kids, David. They be on social media more than their parents. Just tell somebody.
Tell somebody.
So tonight we're going to discuss daddy issues. Let me just start out by saying that these two cancers, guys, guess what? Their birthdays is the same exact day, 1 year apart. One was born in 86 and the other one was born in 87.
That's crazy. Can you figure out who's who? No, one's born in 86, one in
87 and 85?
86.
You was born in 85?
I was born in 86.
Yeah, 86
I was born
in 87.
Now they done told it. Forget it. Let's just forget it. Lily spilled all the tea that she was about to give y'all a little test. And she told the answer. Okay? Can't be doing it.
How you going?
87.
Right. And where were you going?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I figured. I didn't drink the liquor, but I'm not.
Anyway, guys, let's get to the topic again. Daddy issues.
Just joking around. Yeah.
These two cancers say that they don't have daddy issues. Maybe they don't. But let's ask a very heavy question to both of them. Was either of your fathers in your life?
Via phone, shortly.
Well, mine's passed away when I was about 3 years old. Was I 3?
Yeah,
I was 3 years old. So, I can't say what he would have done if he was here.
Right.
I think that he was a good guy when it came to like his children.
Absolutely, I agree.
Children, so,
I agree.
I don't
he definitely would have been there.
I believe
he's definitely been present.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
I know for me, I can say the only thing I can kind of spot where I may have a daddy issue is I like to date older men. Now I'm 31, but even when I was like in my early 20s, I've always dated older men. It's always been, that's what it is for me. And you kind of pointed out one time we had a conversation when I was dating my ex, somebody else for 7 years. He was way, like 20 years my senior. And she was
And I hated it.
Yeah.
I really absolutely hated the fact
but
that.
I like older men because they're well put together. Well, the ones that I choose, they're well put together, and I've learned a lot. And that's why I continued on that path. Even now, I date older men. I'm not dating nobody my age.
Let me just tell you guys why I didn't like that situation so much. Number one, she was very young at the time when she was dating this man. She was like 20 what?
I was 23, maybe 24, I would say. 23, 24.
And like she said, he was 20 years her senior.
Yeah.
That was way too old for me. And then, I helped raise my sister. At a very young age, she came and lived with me down south. So I always looked at her as a daughter figure more than my little sister. Yeah. So I always played this mommy role. And when we had that conversation,
you said, you think because you miss me? You did say that, and it did kind of, because I never thought about it before. Yeah. I was like, maybe that's what it is, because I don't know, but that's the only situation I can see in my life that maybe that's maybe that issue came in, because I don't know.
I know for me, my dad was not there. He was alive, but he just was not there. Like for all of my life, he was not there. And so my daddy issues was that I always chose guys that were emotionally unavailable to me. Like, they were not available to me emotionally at all. And my dad was not emotionally available. So I know that tied in. At the time when I was dating these type of guys, I couldn't identify with it. But once I was able to identify with it, then I was able to kind of detour from that. And so now I'm dating a really great guy that is emotionally available to me. You know, and I appreciate him for that. You know, and I appreciate the fact that I was able to identify that. Because I feel like if you can't identify the problem, then you can't
Get a solution.
You can't get a solution. Yeah. So.
Well, for me, it's a little different. Like, my father wasn't a part of my life. It's a little weird. Like, my dad named my sister after me.
Your dad did what?
My dad named my sister after me. So my sister
From another mother?
Yeah.
Your dad named your sister after you?
My dad named my sister after me. Speaking of the devil, my mom was called him.
The devil.
Look, no.
Speaking of the devil, girl, my mom is calling me.
My mom. What you
Yeah,
know about that?
yeah.
No,
But on a serious
and I
note.
played that off real good. Like trying to ignore that.
But on a serious note, seriously, my dad, he had another child after me. So my sister is literally like a year younger than me. But we grew up very different. My dad made phone calls when he thought it was best to make the phone calls. And in his eyes, he looked at it as, oh, your mother never told me you were around. That was some bullshit. But aside from saying that, for me, I think growing up it was a little different. When I started to date guys, I was clinging on to guys a lot more than I should have. And I never understood why until I got older. So once I got older, I was like, wait. This is, it could be partially because my dad wasn't around or wasn't a part of my life. I didn't really have a male figure. My uncle was my male figure, but he was at his house and I lived.
So it's safe to say that you guys do have daddy issues, right? I mean,
I don't think
not
so
to the
now.
See, my daddy, I think my daddy issue kind of worked out because everybody, like I said, that I've dated, I haven't had that many boyfriends like within my lifespan. I'm only 31, but I've had about just 2, 3. And they've all been kind of conducive for my life, and they've helped me grow. And it's been, I mean, it worked out well for me. I think that I learned a lot. You know, I grew a lot.
I guess we could say that, being as though you just said that, with that being said, we could say that daddy issues isn't always a negative thing. You know what I'm saying?
But it can, it can be very.
In your case,
well, when you say daddy issues, when somebody looks at you, like especially for a guy looking at another female, some guys can automatically tell, all right, she got some type of issue, like emotional or daddy or something issue. But a lot of people, like you said, it can be a positive thing where, like I said, I've grown from that.
Yeah.
I'm not leaning on nobody
Right.
for, that type of closure. You have to know yourself. You should have to lean on someone else for
Right.
that. But at the end of the day, it has taught me that, damn, I was leaning on a guy a little bit too much for emotional support. When I should have been just figuring out who I was. I did that over the years.
Right.
So yeah, it could be a positive
and the thing about it too is once you identify with those things, you gotta be willing to do the work.
Right.
You gotta do the work on yourself. That self-reflection, that time spent to know and grow and hone in on who you are, so that you can not depend on a man for the emotional support.
Right.
Not wholly. There's nothing wrong with depending on a man for emotional support, but not like wholly. Like that's where you're gonna go for all of your support, like just your whole being.
Well, what's crazy is that men have daddy issues too.
That's true.
It's not only women.
I agree.
I met a lot of men with daddy issues.
I agree. Because
they've been in a company of men with daddy issues, and you can read it all over them.
that's a fact. Daddy issues definitely is not
Just
a woman thing.
yeah.
Let's just put that out there.
Right.
Men have daddy issues too. We just can't pinpoint them because, we're not men.
Right.
But we definitely, men have daddy issues. I have a son. And I feel like my son has daddy issues. His father was always around. You know what I mean? he always took care of him, but it was some ways and things that his father lacked that he expressed to me as an adult. Now my son is 26 years old, and certain things that he would say to me that his dad didn't do or wasn't there for, because we lived in a different state. We lived in Charlotte. He grew up in Charlotte, but he would come to New York every summer to visit his dad. But he feels like his dad should have been around more for like things like basketball games and stuff like that.
What about my thing where I'm not cutting it off, but that has me thinking, because I have this thing in my head where I don't have any children yet. But this is probably something that's be like for another topic a little bit. But I will say that I do plan on having a child, but the way I want to do it is just not the way that
You want to do it the traditional way.
Yeah, I want to kind of do like the IVF route or something like that. Or I got to do my research on it. I don't know if I'm using the right term for what I'm going to do. I want to be artificially inseminated.
Artificially inseminated.
So, what would you tell your child as they get older?
Because I don't want nobody like screwing up my kid. I'm being honest. Like if I know I trust myself with the people that I pick to date. I just have to make sure I don't know if they're gonna be like a father, the right type of father. And I would rather have the whole control over everything than to have somebody come in and not do the right thing, or my child grow up with potential daddy issues and I can't control it because of the person I chose. I'd rather just let them know they're just born by love for me or something like that.
But
I haven't fully weighed in on if I want to do that, but that's what my mind, I keep thinking about it, and when I know me.
But they can possibly have daddy issues for the simple fact that there's no daddy there. You know? But we gotta kind of.
Well, you know what? I honestly feel that eventually a lot of people that do have daddy issues, they'll figure themselves out. They'll figure out ways to cope with it. So at the end of the day, we know what our issues were. We coped with it. So we just hope that whoever's out there and needed to hear this, we hope that you cope with it in whatever way you need to. Maybe we helped you.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with talking to someone about it. That don't mean family member or therapist, it doesn't matter. But
But right now, it's time for us to put our
feet to the concrete.
Okay, here we go once again. Why does it seem like every time we put our feet to the concrete, it's raining? I mean, like, seriously. Anyway, I'm going to walk and go and find someone else to ask a series of questions once again for our put our feet to the concrete segment. This this is my favorite part, and I'm looking for someone. I don't see anyone yet, but I'm hoping that I find somebody walking down the street. Yeah, so just gonna ask them some questions, and we'll see if they can answer these questions. Hey, sir, how you doing?
How you doing? All right.
What's going on? How are you?
Chilling, regular, degular.
Regular,
What's going on over here?
Well, okay, so my name is Tisha,
How you
and I'm
doing?
doing a show. It's called The 411.
Okay.
And what we do is we walk the street, basically, and look for random people like yourself to ask a series of questions.
All right, no problem.
Are you ready to answer these
I'm ready.
questions?
I get paid for this?
No.
All right. All right.
Okay, so I got two questions that I want to ask you. The first question is, how do you think not having a father affect people?
Ooh, it's a tough one. Well,
Did you have a father in your
yes,
life?
I did. He wasn't there, but he was around.
He was around.
He was around. He wasn't like every day. Like he was a couple times a year. But well, it does take a man to make a man. But my mama kind of did a great job.
She did a great job.
You know what I'm saying? But I think both parents are equally as important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you think that if a father is not there, that it has some type of effect on the person,
Definitely.
whether it be a girl child or a boy child?
There's a lot of psychological effects, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got a lot of, I ain't no basher, but we got a lot of feminine men because they spend a lot of time around women all day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it'll be vice versa if a girl is raised by a father.
Yeah.
She'll probably have a lot of masculine
Masculine
ways
ways.
because all she sees is basketball and football all day, you know what I'm saying?
I totally
All right.
agree. That's a good
I try.
answer. I appreciate that answer. So now we got our brain teaser.
Okay.
And the reason why we asked that question is because that's what our episode is on tonight.
On Father's Not
Daddy
Being Right?
issues.
Daddy issues,
That's
okay.
the name of it, Daddy Issues.
All right.
But anyway, we have a brain teaser for you too.
Okay.
What are the names of the 3 ships that Christopher Columbus sailed on?
The Nina, the
Uh-huh.
Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Yes!
I went to school for a little while.
He went to school for a little
For a little
while.
while, you know what I'm saying?
You got it. You better do it. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
This is Mike, y'all.
How y'all doing?
There you have it, Mike.
Alright.
You'll find us on YouTube.
Yes.
The 411.
411.
Yes.
Alright.
I hope that you subscribe to our channel.
Definitely
and
will.
Watch us and tell your friends and tell everybody and
Definitely will.
great deal.
Alright.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank
You've
you.
been a good sport.
That's right.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So that was awesome. That was really, really great. Mike was a good sport and he answered the questions really good. So let's go back inside and get back to the topic at hand.
Hey guys, so we're back. What you guys think of that?
The feet to the concrete.
Yeah, what y'all think of that?
Man, it was really good. We
So did he
interviewed-
get any? You got it right? All of them?
Well, we just asked him one trivia question, and he got that right. He answered each question correctly.
Wow.
But
Oh, you. What's
he
his
did
name?
answer. His name was Mike,
Hey
Hey,
Mike.
Mike.
and he answered the question on daddy issues very, very, very good too. Like I was impressed. He did a good job. So thank you, Mike, for participating. If you're watching this, thank you so much.
Right? I think it's
You did a
great
great job.
when we have like outsiders participate. You think one day we'll have like a guest?
Absolutely.
I think we should. We have to get. If you're interested in coming down and chatting with us, let us know. We want you here.
We want to have you.
I think
We
that
definitely
would
want to
be
have you.
really cool.
Just put your comment below in the comment box. You can go to our Instagram page. 1, the number 1, the 411 is spelled out on Instagram.
Well, it'll be in the link below.
In the link below. Yeah, we'll put it in the link below so that you can go on our Instagram page and, email us. Our email address is on our Instagram page as well. But I wanted to go back to what I was saying as far as the daddy issues. When I was saying that my son had daddy issues, don't get me wrong. I wasn't trying to say that my son doesn't have a relationship with his dad. He has a great relationship with his dad. It's just, sometimes parents can't do enough.
Right.
I'm a parent. You guys aren't parents yet, but I'm a parent, and as a parent, I know there were some times that I didn't do enough for him,
Right.
according to him, but I thought I was doing everything right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I just say that he has daddy issues because there are some times that, he and I will get into some heated discussions and he'll mention some things that
Right.
he may have wanted done
More of,
differently or
yeah.
more of. So, since we were talking about men having daddy issues too, because men do,
They do. And they
it's
come
not just
into
a
your
woman
life
thing.
with them too. We don't only carry our stuff or everyday life. That's not just relationship wise. They carry stuff around with them too.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell where it's stemming from. You can definitely see it written all over them too. So I think that just fathers in general, if you're gonna decide to father a baby, I think you just need to really either plan it well or be there. It's very important to how the being grows up. It plays a valuable part. Like you said, some things you're not gonna do more with. You can't ever say his father wasn't there.
Yeah, his father was definitely
So
present.
that's better than having no father, So I just think if you're gonna make that decision, I think you gotta be the best parent you can be. Don't just lay around and have babies and have somebody growing up with daddy issues.
But I also want to reiterate too that as far as like to the ladies who don't have a father present in their life and they find themselves lacking emotional support or just seeking things that they desire from a man that they didn't get from their father, whatever, I encourage you to do the work on yourself.
Right.
And identify with what it is. Like, it's deeper. It's something internal that you have to really, really dig deep into and figure out, why am I behaving this way in this situation? Like, for instance, if I know for me in the past, if I was dating a guy and he didn't call when I thought he was supposed to call or when he said he was going to call, I felt like, oh my God, what happened?
automatic.
You automatically blaming yourself.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
why
I
is
think a lot
that?
of females do that.
Why is that?
That's why that's what we were saying something about that earlier, and I was saying, is that just a female trait? Or is that daddy issues? I don't know. If that's just like
I
what
think
we
it's
do.
I think it's
It's a little
both.
both.
I think
Yeah.
it's both.
Yeah.
I think we've all done it.
Yeah, but why? Why is it that you can't just automatically feel like, okay, he's busy,
Right.
he'll get back to me?
They usually feel that after they get the text. Like, oh shit, he was busy. Excuse my mouth. But
Right.
It's the truth.
Right.
It's usually
Yeah.
how it is. But I guess it's a learning experience.
I just say do the work.
Yeah. Definitely, you have to do the work. It's
I
super
say do
important.
the work. I say, dig deep into yourself.
It's almost like a journey you have to go on to fix that, because you can't now enter somebody else's life with those issues. So if you know you have those issues and you're aware of it and you want to seek the help, you have to definitely do the work. Because you should not carry yourself over into, like I said, joining any type of relationships or just everyday work life, going to work with that baggage or things everyday life. You can't carry that.
Right.
You have to do the work. If you know it, if you recognize that it's something there, do the work. So that way it's more help, it's more beneficial for you in the future.
I agree.
Yep.
Well, guys, I know definitely this week we usually have the tea, but we wanted to stay focused on this subject because, like we've all experienced different things in life, we definitely wanted to get our point across and just hope that it was helping someone. So we left the tea behind this week, and we'll have it in our next episode.
No piping hot tea today.
No, this was the tea.
I thought you was gonna bring the juice, honey.
I'm sorry, baby. I was very focused on this subject. I was like, you know why?
We gotta talk
help.
about the daddy.
We gotta help somebody out there. There's some young
Yeah.
female that's probably watching this, so why not? But anyways, guys, this is our episode for the evening. We hope you enjoyed it, and you come back to watch the next episode. Episode 6, we're gonna be on.
Hang in there because we are gonna spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, we would love your feedback as
Please.
far as topics.
Mhm.
Give us some topics that you
Right.
would like for us to discuss, and we will bring it to the table on the 411.
With a guest as well.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.